Hello there. Um, so, as Father's Day has come and gone, I just want to give a special shout out and thank you to all the fathers around the world. Any man who has been instrumental in the raising and the training of a child, you never know how important that job is. And that can be a mentor, a spiritual father, a godfather, an uncle father, your homie's father from down the street. Any man who's taken on the responsibility to help lead, raise, train this child. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. You never know how important that job truly is. So at my church, Ray of Hope Community Church in Antioch, Tennessee, get yourself there. You'll be a better person for it. But anyway, at my church, we have been discussing the gap in the relationship between the father and the child. And I can only speak for myself because I am a black man and the men in my family are black men. So from the perspective of a black man, that can be one of the most debilitating things to talk about, because that relationship, that dynamic has been so damaged over the years and years and years and generations and generations and generations till we're left with broken pieces that we've got to try to put together. Oh God. Yeah. So just a couple of from talking to the men in my life and just talking to other sons, just talking and figuring out these things, just figuring out where some of these gaps are coming from and how we can close those gaps, because we need you. Fathers, we need you. We need you. Men, step up. Be fathers. So a couple of things, if I could give anything, whatever you want to call this, advice, insight, a word, I don't know. I don't have kids, but I know I do have a father, and I do want children. And so I'm stuck in this middle balance right here because I can't be my dad. I can't place upon my child the scars that my father left upon me. Not intentional scars, but my dad, men, not intentional scars, but just scars that come from the ignorance of being a father. And that's not a bad thing. There are just things that you don't know. There are things that we don't know, but we can always learn and we can always grow. So if I had any advice to give to a father, first I would say, be present. Be present. Be there. If you're going to be a father, if you are going to make the decision to be in that child's life, be there. If you're going to make the decision to have a child, be there. Be there, because that child will forever go looking for you. That child will forever be searching for you. So just be there. Next, I would say be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to share your experiences with your kid, the good, the bad, the ugly, because my hope in a father is that you would want to teach your child a better way. You would want your child to live a better life than you did. You would want them to make better decisions that you did. And we can't know unless those stories are shared. And this is definitely extremely difficult for some of the older generations, because we right now, we know to be in touch with our feelings. We know to check in on our mental health. We know to be better for ourselves, but they didn't have these resources back then. They didn't have the openness back then, especially black men. They couldn't be vulnerable. They couldn't be weak. They had to always show strength. And we know our black men to be providers. We know our fathers to be providers and protectors. And that is the role that we've given them and they've taken. And they do those things excellently. But What about the other aspects of a father? What about a teacher? What about a friend? What about a guide? What about all of those things that the child needs? So yeah, just be vulnerable. Share your mistakes. Share your stories in life, because we need to in order to break free of the generational curses that were placed upon my life. I had to know about these generational curses. I had to know what I was up against, so I could be better, so I could fight off, so I don't have to make the same mistakes my dad did. I can learn and I can grow from them. And now I come to my final point. Would be express love and appreciation. Now, that might seem like a simple task, but I know especially for like men in the older generation who are sons now, sons who are like 50, their father didn't show them love and appreciation. So you're 50 years old wondering, what did I do? What was it about me that I couldn't get that love and that appreciation and that respect from my fathers? Father, it is nothing wrong with hugging your son. There is nothing wrong with kissing your child. There is nothing wrong with telling your child you love them. You tell them you love them before the wrong person shows them a different kind of love, a love that you wouldn't want. Love and appreciate your child, because your children need this validation, and it can only come from you. Because once again, that child will always be looking for you. So thank you. Happy Father's Day, guys. Thanks, dads. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for just accepting the challenge. Thank you for accepting the challenge and doing the best you can. Nobody's perfect. We just give it the best we've got, and God will handle the rest. God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you for listening. Mwah.